Hey, it's time to take a news dump.
Yeah, so it's pretty much inarguable, guys, that Wonder Woman is the best film to have come out of the DCEU so far, despite the fact that turns out the DCEU kinda technically doesn't even exist. More on that later, but for some weird reason, James Cameron, he decided to step in and tell people why Gal Gadot was wrong for the part of Wonder Woman during an interview with The Guardian back in August.
Yeah.
According to Cameron, here's what he said. All of the self-congratulatory back-patting Hollywood's been doing over Wonder Woman has been so misguided. She's an objectified icon, and it's just male Hollywood doing the same old thing. I'm not saying I didn't like the movie, but to me, it's a step backwards. Sarah Connor was not a beauty icon. She was strong, she was troubled, she was a terrible mother, and she earned the respect of the audience through pure grit. And to me, the benefit of characters like Sarah is so obvious. I mean, half the audience is female.
Okay, whatever. To be fair, the dude has brought movie fans some incredibly strong female leads, but with saying this, he's basically, what he's saying is Gal Gadot, whatever, was too hot to be Wonder Woman. Sizzle. And he definitely got called out for it by numerous people. Usually, someone would at least admit that maybe what they said was perhaps misinterpreted, as so many things are these days.
Medium.com.
Yeah, fine, then it'd be done. I think for the most part we can all agree that Gal Gadot, I think she did a damn fine job as Wonder Woman.
I'd say so.
Maybe it's just my male gaze, but
Yeah.
I don't know, I think she did fine. But speaking of people calling him out, even director Patty Jenkins,
A woman.
released a statement via Twitter after hearing his quote, and she said the following.
James Cameron's inability to understand what Wonder Woman is or stands for to women all over the world is unsurprising, as though he is a great filmmaker, he is not a woman. Strong women are great. His praise of my film Monster and our portrayal of a strong yet damaged woman was so appreciated. But if women have to always be hard, tough, and troubled to be strong, and we aren't free to be multidimensional or celebrate an icon of women everywhere because she's attractive and loving, then we haven't come very far, have we? I believe women can and should be everything, just like male lead characters should be. There's no right and wrong kind of powerful woman, and the massive female audience who made the film the hit it is can surely choose and judge their own icons of progress.
Yeah, sounds fair to me.
That's a good rebuttal.
I mean, we all know Henry Cavill is sexy as hell, and all I can think about when I see him is his throbbing cock.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me that.
Doesn't bother me at all.
Good.
So yeah, again, maybe just say, okay, what I said came out wrong because I, James Cameron, obviously didn't mean to be taken in that way. But no, nope, not James Cameron. No, he's not backing down, and instead, he reiterated this statement just earlier this week during an interview with The Hollywood Reporter where he said, I'll stand by that. I mean, she was Miss Israel, and she was wearing a kind of bustier costume that was very form-fitting. She's absolutely drop-dead gorgeous. To me, that's not breaking ground. They had Raquel Welch doing stuff like that in the 60s.
He then went on to talk about Linda Hamilton's role in Terminator and explained his thoughts further, saying, Linda looked great.
She looked great.
She just wasn't treated as a sex object. There was nothing sexual about her character. It was all about angst. It was about will. It was about determination. She was crazy, she was complicated. She wasn't there to be liked or ogled, but she was central. The audience loved her by the end of the film.
She was just like a normal woman, crazy and complicated.
Yeah, just a fucking mess.
Yeah, just a
like
fucking
every woman
mess.
in my life.
Yeah.
He continued, so as much as I applaud Patty directing the film and Hollywood letting a woman direct a what are you doing, James?
God.
Letting a woman direct a major action franchise, I didn't think there was anything groundbreaking in Wonder Woman. I thought it was a good film, period. I was certainly shocked that my comment was a controversial statement. It was pretty obvious in my mind. I just think Hollywood doesn't get it about women in commercial franchises. Drama, they got that cracked. they got the drama all figured out.
Don't worry about that, just put a camera on her.
But the second they start to make a big commercial action film, they think they have to appeal to 18-year-old males or 14-year-old males, whatever it is. Look, it was probably a little bit of a simplistic remark on my part, and I'm not walking it back, but I will add a little detail to it, which is, I like the fact that sexually, she had the upper hand with the male character, which I thought was fun.
Also,
James!
I bet he giggled a little bit when he said, period.
Yeah. Get it?
God.
Get it? Like, you know?
The drama.
Yeah.
They got that on lock.
I mean, whatever. This whole argument's stupid. It did not need to happen at all.
No.
And he's probably just really tired
You
from
don't have
making-
to comment on every movie
No.
ever.
He's probably just really tired from making not only 4 Avatar sequels right now, but also relaunching the Terminator franchise and just dumping any and all canon from the Terminator films that were released after Judgment Day. Even the recent one with Arnold Schwarzenegger, which decent idea. Well, just the bit about doing away with the storylines from other Terminators, but you can't help but wonder why the hell James Cameron is taking on so much work at 63. And if I was to guess, I'd say it's because he found something sinister down there in the Mariana Trench, and it's gonna cost millions to bring it to the surface. So sure, give the studios 2, 3, fuck it, 4 Avatar sequels and a Terminator for good measure. Then I can get back to my real work, fighting sea monsters. The women of the sea.
Yeah. I love how Linda Hamilton is his ex-wife. They were married for a while.
She's ugly as fuck.
Yeah, he's like, she's not even hot.
Yeah. What was I thinking?
What a just basic drab.
Just complicated, annoying. She was a real bitch. Fucking Christ.
Also, I know what women moviegoers want more than this female director and all the women who like this movie.
Yeah, they want
I get that you liked it, but you're wrong. Listen to me, James Cameron.
They all want to be whisked away by some poor scrub in a luxury ship. They want to fuck in a classic car.
Women don't want to watch movies about sexy Miss Israel's fighting off Nazis.
No.
They want to watch movies about, kind of drab, ugly women fighting aliens and Terminators.
Yeah.
That's what women want.
And tail fucking.
Yeah, that too.
He also he was like, apparently on set, hey, make sure that this female Avatar creature has tits though, because gotta sell tickets.
Right.
Yeah. But back to that whole DCEU thing not existing. Well, guys, fake news strikes again.
Oh.
Now, we recently ridiculed you and said that it's stupid how people on one hand refuse to believe respected award-winning outlets like the New York Times and Washington Post when they see a story, but on the other hand, gobble up any fucking movie or comic book news that they can find regardless of how stupid it is. Well, here's a great example of that in action. I mean, it's not a flippers fucking story from Superman, but it's still something fake that was taken and made real. The term DCEU, or DC Extended Universe, which refers to the whole DC movie lineup starting with Dawn of Justice, that is fake news. The term is not official, and it has never been used internally by Warner Brothers or DC. It was just made up a few years ago by a writer for Entertainment Weekly, and just kind of stuck.
Yeah, this is very weird.
Yeah.
So this Twitter thread from a writer for New York Magazine and Vulture shows where the hell this DCEU thing even came from. He posted, thread. That's how you gotta start the serious shit on
people
Twitter.
know that there's gonna be a response.
Thread. We got a thread going.
Good thread going over here.
Got a thread going.
Everybody thread.
I have a fun thing I learned about the term DC Extended Universe while reporting this story. And he linked to a story that he'd written titled, How Wonder Woman Changed DC's Entire Movie Strategy.
We gotta make all the superheroes sexier.
Yeah, he continued, early on in my reporting, officials at WB/DC told me no one uses the term DC Extended Universe internally and that it's not official, and that they didn't know who came up with it.
He continued, I did some digging and found the first usage, this Entertainment Weekly article from July 1st, 2015. Now, this quoted article states while speaking about Dawn of Justice, quote, after all, this isn't just a single movie, it's a way station to the upcoming Justice League Double Fister,
Ew.
not to mention a whole slew of other attractions on the DC Extended Universe trademark roadmap.
So he's just coining it and it's stuck?
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, it's got the trademark logo. Seems legit, right?
Why would anyone put that there if it was...
Did he register the trademark so he could make some money off the back end if it's stuck?
I mean, I guess that'll unfold as this drama keeps evolving.
All right, well, yeah, this guy, Reisman, he continued his thread saying, the writer of the article, Keith Staskowitz, was hard to track down. Not on Twitter, no website. Finally got him on Facebook and asked about the term. Turns out he just straight up made it up as a joke. He said, it was my own phrasing when I used it in the story. Just seemed like the kind of thing they'd call it. I just looked back on the piece now and noticed the, in my mind, sardonic little trademark symbol that I gave it. Whoops. Years later, it's in use everywhere as though it's official. The lesson, never make a joke because no one gets jokes. I'd say that's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
Also, we're not worthy of jokes anymore.
The Justice League Double Fister.
The double fister.
Yeah.
Why didn't that catch on?
I don't know.
I'm excited.
Can't wait to go see a Double Fister
Get my
tonight.
tickets for the old double fister.
Yeah. Strap in, strap on. Anyways, there you go. You can officially stop using the term DCEU. Doesn't it feel like a great big weight has been lifted all off your shoulders? What are you gonna do with the extra time dropping the E? Just the DCU, the DC universe.
I don't know. Think all the time you're gonna say.
The seconds that we have now. We just wasted all of them. Anyways, here's some good news. Now, we've spoken before about our love for the mockumentary What We Do in the Shadows, and the fact that there was reportedly, but who knows anymore, with this fake
news media,
there was reportedly going to be a sequel focused on the werewolves from the film. It even had a title, Werewolves.
Werewolves.
Yeah, werewolves.
You get it?
Because they're wolves. Oh, they should do another one called Werewolves. Yeah.
Well, so there hasn't been much news about that sequel film, most likely because director Taika Waititi been a bit busy lately with another movie you might be excited for called Thor Ragnarok. But that doesn't mean the What We Do in the Shadows universe is dead. Just this week, they announced that there is a spin-off TV series coming to a New Zealand-based TV network next year. It's not going to be focused entirely on the werewolves, and it won't be focused on the vampires either. It's going to revolve around the two police characters from the movie, Officer Minogue and Officer O'Leary, and their daily routine while living in a city where these mythological creatures, they actually exist and presumably make their jobs a living hell. This is literally the plot of Netflix's Bright, but a comedy.
Sure.
And I'm down.
Yeah, sounds great. Here's the description of the project as it stands so far. It's not much, but here you go. It was understood that the show would follow the Paranormal Activity Division of the New Zealand Police. In the film, officers Minogue and O'Leary were hypnotized so that neither noticed the blood or dead bodies in the vampire's home. Aptly, they named the show Paranormal Unit. That's all there is for now. There should be a trailer probably by the end of the year. From the looks of it, it's going to be starting on New Zealand television early 2018.
So it'll get here by 2025.
We all have the internet, though. They'll figure it out. There's ways. But let's check out some trailers, because these trailers, they're already here, damn it.
Yeah, the movies aren't.
Nope.
The trailers are.
Yep.
Let's start with Annihilation. This is the next movie from Alex Garland. He made his directorial debut with a little movie called Ex Machina, and also previously wrote movies like 28 Days Later. This one is based on a sci-fi horror book that came out in 2014. It seems to be about some sort of weird, colorful, interdimensional portal thing that pops up in the wilderness, which Natalie Portman's husband has disappeared into, which compels her to join an expedition into the zone where things get weird.
Uh-oh.
How weird exactly? I don't know. The trailer's very vague, but it looks like people turn into plants, I think.
Cool.
It looks to be quite intense, and after Ex Machina, I kind of trust whatever this guy makes to be good, so trust.
You know what it is? Natalie Portman is Summer. Her husband is Morty. And Rick Sanchez is the one that made the portal.
Could be.
I fucking love science.
Yeah. I fucking hate science. Annihilation comes out in February next year.
Yeah, get
no
ready.
longer a dead month. Now
No.
it's the hottest month.
Hottest month in the whole movie season.
Yeah.
Now, next up is 1922, yet another Stephen King property coming out this year. Last night, the Netflix adaptation of Gerald's Game was released, and it's getting some pretty positive reviews, but less than a month from now, Netflix is also releasing 1922, which is based off a novella that he published in 2010 in the collection Full Dark No Stars. It stars Tom Jane as a simple farmer in the early 20th century whose wife's family owns most of the land, decides that she wants to sell all of it so they can move to the city. He's not having it though, so he and his son plot to kill the wife. Apparently they do. She sticks around to haunt the shit out of that farmhouse by filling it up with rats and all kinds of shit. Whatever, 1922 comes out to Netflix on October 20th, just in time for spooky, scary Halloween movie time.
Yeah, but, not before, it's coming out before the David S. Pumpkins Hall. Fuck you, NBC. Also,
What a bad sketch. I
don't know why it got popular.
I watched it for the first, I waited a whole year.
Yeah.
I watched it for the first
not
time
great.
yesterday. And I was like, okay, finally, I'll see what all the hubbub is about. Because last year it came out and I was like, it's fucking November now. I'm not going to get this David S. Pumpkins thing. Watched it yesterday, not funny.
Every season.
And I love Tom Hanks.
Yeah, every season SNL puts out like one or two sketches that are just total non sequiturs. That's just like, they clearly came up with this idea when they were like drunk after work. They're just like, whatever. They've had a few of these, and I don't know why this one caught on so much.
The suit, because you can buy the suit.
I guess.
Play as your favorite SNL character. I'm the land shark.
Also in Halloween spookiness is Creep 2. This is a sequel to the 2014 found footage horror film which starred Mark Duplass as a lonely man who hires a videographer under the false pretense of being terminally ill and wanting to give his unborn son some recordings of his dad. But, his actual intentions, of course, are to make the audience uncomfortable and to also murder the videographer guy. Spoiler alert, he does. In the sequel, he's back, and his latest victim is a woman who makes a YouTube show where she interviews really lonely men, and so she cannot possibly turn down the chance to go film this weirdo, but surprise, he's probably going to try to murder her, and probably will, because that's sort of his thing now. But yeah, that comes out October 24th on demand. I liked the first one. Nice little spooky found footage horror thing. So yeah, I might
Got a big
check it out.
spooky month coming up. We got to get Clark Wolf in here for
Yeah,
the rundown on all the spookiness.
spookiest month of the year, if you ask me.
I mean,
Me personally, I'd say Halloween's scary.
Yeah, I would happen to agree with your take on the month of October. That
Yeah.
it
There's
is,
also a Friday the 13th.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, Friday
Yeah.
the 13th this year,
It's real.
but not a Friday the 13th movie.
and the game still sucks.
Yes.
So last weekend, Elliot got to see Blade Runner 2049. The lucky
And
bastard.
I'm allowed to do this.
Yeah, he can do that now. He also got to interview some of the cast along with director.
Denis Villeneuve.
And did you call him by that name when you walked in? Oh, hello, Mr.
And he's like,
Here is your baguette.
I'm not French. I'm French Canadian, bro.
Here is your poutine.
He does have a very thick accent, though.
Yeah.
That interview is also going up today on this channel. So make sure that you go and watch
Yeah,
that. Please
give it a
go watch
click.
that. It's gonna be great. And also, there's a third little Blade Runner prequel short film that came out this week, which, unlike the others, isn't a live-action short, but rather a 15-minute anime directed by Cowboy Bebop's Shinichiro Watanabe.
Yeah, sure.
Fuck you, weeb. It's pretty great, and the whole anime style fits in perfectly with the existing Blade Runner world. So while you still got to wait a week until the movie comes out, there's 3 pretty solid little videos to help the time pass. And
Yeah.
if Elliot's thumbs are any indication, you might see yourself
As
in
of
a
when
movie.
we're recording this, there's one negative review from some dickhead at Forbes who's just like, no.
Not for me.
Yeah, but everyone else from the trusted critics or whatever,
Yeah.
the certified ones, it is 100%.
Good.
It is a fresh fucking movie.
Anyways, check out the junket. You can check it out by clicking right here, and also check out a brand new episode of Tugs. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.